Hey guys, Manifest here. So we're going to do something a little bit differently today. I'm actually going to be talking while I'm drawing. So as you can probably see from the video, today we're going to draw an eye. An eye is one of my favorite things to draw. I've drawn millions of them, so I don't even need a picture or anything to draw an eye because I'm just so used to it. So you're going to just kind of start out with a shape that looks something like this. It can be a little wider, a little more lengthy. It doesn't really matter. It just kind of matters who you're drawing, if that makes any sense. And what you can do is you're gonna put this little thing in here, and actually this can probably be a little shorter. You're gonna be putting that little line in there. That's obviously for later. Doesn't really matter too much for now. And then you're gonna actually draw the eye itself. And so what you're going to do here is you're going to draw it so you can't see the top of the eye, because if you can see the top of the eye when you're actually drawing it, it kind of makes it look like the person you're drawing is absolutely stoned out of their mind, which isn't really what you're going for, unless that is what you're going for, and then I don't know what you're doing. But then you're going to draw the inside of the eye. It's supposed to be a circle, and then you can actually color that in all dark pencil color, which will kind of become and look something like this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put a glare right here. This is kind of my favorite glare to do. It just kind of stays there, and it's nice and pretty. It's pretty and it looks good in the end. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start on the eyelashes. So obviously start about kind of halfway in, and you're going to start going really small. It's kind of like a bend up, and then they start bending a little more to the side, a little more to the side, a little more to the side, until you get your final eyelash, which is kind of at the end of the eye, until you get this kind of formation. And then you're going to actually just draw in between them little twigs to make it look like it's a full eyelash row. Obviously some can stick out more than others, types of things like that. Pretty simple. And then you're going to start drawing the bottom, which is kind of the same dealio but backwards, and you're going to start kind of long but not too long. So as you can see here, they're pretty short. However, I would even go a little longer, but they are going to be pretty short in comparison to the other ones. So obviously make sure you're going to finish somewhere around there. So that's a good start. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put this little line here. Pretty much everyone has this little line. I can't really explain to you what it is, but pretty much everyone has one. And now we're going to actually get into the shading portion of the eye. So you're going to start working on the outside a little bit. You're going to shade this in a little dark. I would give it like a millimeter or so that you shade in kind of darkish. Go around everything. Obviously don't go in the glare. That's supposed to be left white for effect. So kind of like this. And then you're going to slowly start going more and more into the middle of the eye. Going lighter and lighter, except for around the actual center. You want to make it a little darker there. But yeah, and then you can start shading in the middle. Make sure it's really, really light in the middle. And then if you need to, like I am here, darken up your outside. And that creates a pretty cool effect, if you do ask me. And then you can smudge it a little bit like I am here to finish it off, kind of make it look a little more presentable, if you will. And then outline everything again, so that way it looks very professional. So kind of like this. So you're kind of done the middle of your eye. Now if you want, you can put little lines through here. Very, very lightly, of course, but just a little noticeable. So that way it looks like an actual eye. If you're trying to draw a realistic one, there are those lines if you look really closely. And now we're going to actually start shading the outside of the eye. Now this is a mistake a lot of people make where they don't actually think there is any shading to be done outside the eye, but if you do look, there is actually, it is a little darker on the outsides. I like to smudge this part just so it looks better than it would if you didn't smudge it, and then you're going to do the same on this side. It's a little darker on the outside than it is on the inside here. So it'll start looking something like this. And then what you're going to do up here is you're actually going to make this kind of dark. Right up here. Now, the thing about this that a lot of people run into problems is that they shade it too dark and they get into the eyelashes and then you can't tell where the eyelashes is. So what I love to do, and I do this all the time, is more smudging. So we're going to smudge this all together, and then we're going to go a little lower, but don't smudge it too hard or else you won't even be able to tell where the actual eyelashes are. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done. Do a little more outlining so that way it looks all uniform and professional. Because that is what we are going for here. And you can shade this little part in over here. Doesn't really make a big difference how you do it. But yeah, that is pretty much the eye. If you want me to do any actual tutorials on anything else, do just ask. I will be able to get to them eventually. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Manifest out.